Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
A couple of announcements in the business session. The first announcement is that we have achieved the President's Distinguished Status for Mekong Communication Club for the program year 2024-2025. The second announcement is our District 121, has achieved the Distinguished Status. And the third announcement is that the Club Officers Training Program will be held on 20th and 26th of this month, and all the 7 club officers with the associates will be attending this program. Over to the VP, she has an announcement.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. For the next meeting that is going to be held on 21st of July, 2 speech slots have been booked, and also a speech and the table topic master has been booked. Other slots are all open, and for the 28th of July, 1 speech slot has been booked. All the other roles are open. I request anybody who's interested to please contact me.
Over to the sergeant.
With a show of hands, how many of you can relate to putting off doing your taxes until the deadline, until the very last minute? Anyone? Okay, awesome. Me too. I can relate. And how many of you have said to yourselves, next year, I'm going to do it a whole month ahead? No, 3 months ahead. Anyone in the room? Well, I can relate, and fortunately, a lot of successful and highly productive people can too. We are in good company. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests.
Good evening.
A famous writer and fellow procrastinator, Douglas Adams, once said, "I love the sound of deadlines. I like the sound they make as they whoosh by and as I miss them." He was once locked in a hotel room by his editors because he avoided writing so much. Another writer, another prolific writer, Margaret Atwood, once said she would waste away her whole day instead of writing, just pottering about the kitchen, and then write only in the afternoon when she absolutely needed to. Well, personally, I am a proud member of this club. I mean, I wrote this speech while procrastinating on chores I should have been doing in the weekend. And then, to compound it even further, I procrastinated on this speech by watching Netflix. Nonetheless, it's not all bad. Procrastination has been known to produce great last-minute ideas, impressive speeches, dare I say, and even greater anecdotes to share. Now, let's move on to someone who, to me, appears as though she has never heard the word procrastinate before. It is my absolute pleasure to present to you, first of her name, development trainer of leaders, successful manager of events, multifaceted pursuer of hobbies, and conqueror of speeches, and our rightful president, Toastmaster Latha.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you, Sergeant of Arms, for giving this beautiful introduction as I start my journey as the president of this club today. Thank you so much. First, I would like to call upon our guests. I would like all the guests to please stand up wherever they are and introduce yourself and tell us how did you come to know about our club. Yes, please.
Myself is Veerabhadrappa, and I was a member of YLB. I had attended for about 7 weeks, and it was a wonderful experience. I could overcome my fears, and the main factor is I couldn't even stand on stage for more than 10 seconds, and now I'm able to deliver confident speeches thanks to YLB and the entire team. Thank you so much for including me.
Hello everyone, my name is Saketh. So I came to know about the Toastmasters from the internet. I searched regarding that how can I improve my communication and my confidence. So I got to know about the Toastmasters, and here I am.
Chetan, and I was attending all the Toastmaster classes when I was pursuing my BCom, and few years I took a break, and now I thought of starting my thought of thought to start my Toastmasters, so that's why I started here.
Next question.
Hi everybody, I'm Kavya here. Today is my first class at Toastmasters. I've heard about Toastmasters from many of them in the sense when I used to attend orientation program, which is a part of ICA curriculum. People who would come as faculty spoke about Toastmasters, and hence I found it very exciting and I wanted to be a part of this. That's why I'm here today. Thank you.
Yes.
Good evening everyone, my name is Yashwant. GV sir has referred me here because I lack in confidence skills when I want to speak on stages that I has this. I think I can improve my skills, conversation skills here. Other than that, I am here.
Good evening everyone, my name is Nishita and I'm pursuing my CA articleship currently, and I enjoy speaking on stage and I like to give good speeches, but since CA students lack college life, so to say, I have never been part of clubs or any such co-curricular activities, so now I'm here to improvise on that, so that's why I'm thinking of joining
Welcome to all the guests, and I would like to see you members of Mekong Communication Club very soon. Thank you. Next, I would like to call upon our Secretary Toastmaster Madhusudan to present the report.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. This is the minutes of the meeting for meeting number 1323 held on the 30th of June. The theme was Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. The word of the week was sagacious. The business session started at 6:20 p.m. and was chaired by the President, Toastmaster Pavni. In the business session, the following points were addressed. Toastmaster Pavni made the following announcements. She announced that the installation ceremony would be held on the 7th of July in the first floor conference room. Members who wanted to bring +1s were requested to inform her of the same by Wednesday. She also announced that the Youth Leadership Program would be having its final showcase on the 6th of July in the first floor conference room from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and members interested were requested to inform the YLP coordinators Toastmaster Shiva and Toastmaster Apoorva. The regular meeting started at 6:23 p.m. Acting Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Shreya started the meeting with an introduction about the theme and later handed over the charge to President Toastmaster Pavni. President Toastmaster Pavni opened the meeting and spoke on the theme and introduced the Master of Ceremonies Toastmaster Sakshi Gupta. The Master of the Ceremonies Toastmaster Sakshi spoke on the theme and introduced the following role takers: Timer DTM K Prabhakara, R-Counter Toastmaster Sachin, PP Evaluator Toastmaster Jyothi and Grammarian Toastmaster Rachana. The prepared speech session had the following speakers: Toastmaster Madhusudan, Evaluator was Toastmaster Sai Snehal and Toastmaster Sindhushri. Evaluator was Toastmaster Latha. The table topic session was conducted by Toastmaster Apoorva and had a total of 11 speakers. The general evaluation was conducted by DTM Kudanka, and the winners of the week were Best Table Topic Speaker, Toastmaster Veerabhadrappa, Best Evaluator, Toastmaster Sai Snehal, Best Speaker, Toastmaster Sindhushri, Best Role Taker, TAPG was Toastmaster Rachana, and Best Role Taker, NTG was Toastmaster Sakshi Gupta. The President closed the meeting at 8:30 p.m., which was followed by the National Anthem. And this is the minutes of the meeting for meeting number 1324 held on 7th of July last week. The theme was page 1 of 184 days. The regular meeting started at 6:35 p.m. Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Madhusudan started the meeting with an introduction about the theme and later handed over the charge to President Toastmaster Pavni. President Toastmaster Pavni opened the meeting, recognized the presence of and welcomed the dignitaries, Mr. K Balakrishnan, Senior General Manager of Mekong Limited, Toastmaster Sai Snehal Reddy, Division C Director, District 121. Toastmaster Ponram, Area C3 Director, District 121. Toastmaster Hitapriya, Area C4 Director of Division C, District 121. Toastmaster Prakriti Pai, Area C2 Director, District 121. DTM A K Prabhakara, Past President and Club Charter Member, and DTM U Bhat, Past President and Club Charter Member. Toastmaster Pavni spoke about the club's achievements this term and delivered the outgoing presidential address and introduced the Master of Ceremonies Toastmasters Sindhushri. Master of Ceremonies Toastmasters Sindhushri spoke on the theme Welcome the Senior General Manager of Mekon Limited, Mr. K Balakrishnan, to address the gathering. Master of Ceremonies Toastmaster Sindhushri later introduced the Installation Officer Toastmaster Prakriti Pai, Area C2 Director, Division C, District 121. The Installation Officer discharged the officers in the existing Executive Committee from their duties and installed the new officers. The new Executive Committee for the term July to December 2025 are as follows. President Toastmaster Latha, Vice President Education Toastmaster Apoorva TR, Vice President Membership Toastmaster Saketh Juruganti, Vice President of Public Relations Toastmaster Shreya M. Rao, Associate Vice President of Public Relations Toastmaster Shuba Subramaniam, Secretary Toastmaster Madhusudan, Treasurer Toastmaster Sai Snehal Reddy, Associate Treasurer Toastmaster Chetan Vashish, Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Rachana Sridhar, and Associate Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Malagiri Das. Master of Ceremonies Toastmaster Sindhushri thanked the Installation Officer, introduced the incoming President Toastmaster Latha. The incoming President Toastmaster Latha delivered her presidential address along with the plan for July to December 2025. Master of Ceremonies Toastmaster Sindhushri requested Toastmaster Shreya to recognize the Installation Officer Toastmaster Prakriti Pai and Club Mentor Ramlal S. DTM. Master of Ceremonies Toastmaster Sindhushri requested Toastmaster Sai Snehal Reddy, the Division C Director, to acknowledge the gathering and to present the ribbon recognizing the home club of Division Director to the incoming President Toastmaster Latha. Master of Ceremonies Toastmaster Sindhushri introduced the Table Topics Master of the Day, who was Toastmaster Sakshi Gupta, who conducted the Table Topics session, which had 5 speakers in total. The quarterly newsletter was released by the former VP PR Toastmaster Saketh, along with DTM A K Prabhakara, DTM U Bhat, DTM Ramlal, and Area C2 Director Prakriti Pai, along with the outgoing President Toastmaster Pavni. Treasurer Sai Snehal Reddy displayed the club financials to the members and informed them of the club's financial position, as well as the income and expenditure for the past term, and mentioned about the club's own new QR code to aid with future payments. Outgoing President Toastmaster Pavni CR announced the winners of the term and handed over the respective certificates. The best Toastmasters of the month were, for the month of January, Toastmaster Gajendra Gowda; for February, Toastmaster Jyothi Rao; for March, Toastmaster Latha; for April, Toastmaster Saketh; for May, Toastmaster Shuba Subramaniam; and for June, Toastmaster Madhusudan. The winners of the term were Best Role Taker TAPG DTM Udanka; Best Role Taker MTG was Toastmaster Sakshi Gupta; Best Table Topic Speaker was DTM A K Prabhakara; Best Evaluator Toastmaster Shivaprasad Sharma; Best Speakers were Toastmaster Sindhushri and Toastmaster Shreya and Rahul. The Toastmaster of the term was Toastmaster Sakshi Gupta. The maximum role taker MTG was Toastmaster Latha. The maximum role taker for TAPG were Toastmaster Sachin and Toastmaster Gajendra Gowda, and the best newcomer was Toastmaster Malagiri Das. DTM A K Prabhakara presented the Enthusiasm Award to Toastmaster Shivaprasad Sharma and spoke about the excellence of the club's newsletter. The president closed the meeting at 8:40 p.m. followed by the national anthem and dinner. Thank you.
Thank you to our respectfully for reading out the MOM for the meeting number 1323 and 1324. Are there any objections or amendments suggested? No objections or amendments. So I hereby open the meeting number 1325. They say that procrastination always gives you something to look forward to. Procrastination is the art of keeping with yesterday. The moment I understood the theme procrastination, this is something I cannot connect with. So I went to Google and I put the word procrastination. And this is the two proverbs from some unknown people come on the internet. Then I start pondering, okay, what does it mean? Then I think, okay, this is something not what you really relate to. So let's do a little more research on it. Okay. Then I remember one of the incident wherein as a personal grooming trainer, I had one of my clients, let him keep as Mr. X. Now I was asked or requested to train him on procrastination. So I went back to those days and started living each session a moment by moment to understand and come and talk over here. So I asked Mr. X, what is the topic or why do you want to be trained by me personally? He said, Latha, I am a heavy procrastinator. He said me, heavy procrastinator. I'm like, okay, I have to continue. What's the problem? He's saying me, Latha, I always try pushing things for a future date. When I push these things for a future date, with an intent of not doing it at all. I thought, okay. Now I thought, okay, one thing I have a few questions to you. Tell me the answer so I can understand it much better. So I asked him the first question, why do you feel like procrastinating? So he gave me these 5 simple answers to it. Latha, I have been raised in a family where failures are not accepted. I cannot fail. The fear of failing makes me procrastinate to a later date wherein I'm really scared. When I push it to Wednesday, the Wednesday comes, I'm scared. If I push it to Thursday, when the Thursday comes, I'm really scared. I keep pushing it for future dates. Then, in my house, everyone is a perfectionist. This was a huge red flag. When someone is a perfectionist, they want everything from A to Z to perfection. That's where the main second reason of being procrastinator. Then I said, okay, continue. All years to you, I told them. Third, he told me, he's not good in executing. I told him, what do you mean by you're not good in executing? He said, I'm not good in planning, I'm not good in organizing, and I'm not good in executing whatever I'm doing. I don't know, why did you feel so? He's like, I keep procrastinating. I don't have the skills. I don't, okay, third point. Now what is the fourth point? Now Latha, since I am suffering from all these 3 points, I've got anxiety, I've got depression. And because of that, again, I keep procrastinating. I told, okay, then I told, these are not very serious problems. Something if you start giving yourself a little push, you can do, but you can't start working on all the 4 problems together. Then how do we start it? I don't know, what was the first problem you told me? He told me that, Latha, I want to be perfectionist. I told, did you tell me that was the first point? He's like, no, but it's okay if you go in any order. I just want answers to my problems. I told, okay, when you think you want to be perfectionist, you come from a family of perfectionists. Do you think being a perfectionist is helping you? Yeah, I told him, he's saying no. So what do you think going to help me? He's like, when I start making up my mind, finish the task what I have in hand, maybe a little by little you start with. When you see any building block over here, whole building cannot be done in one at a time, right? Each block, when you keep keeping it, then only the whole building comes. I don't take each block at a time. Keep putting the blocks. One day your building will be done. He's like, okay, fear of failure. Why do you think? Do you think people have not failed? I have failed a number of times. Everyone would have failed. Your father would have failed. Your mother would have failed. I'm just giving examples of your parents because these are the people whom you are keeping as mentors and role models. And that's the reason you're becoming a procrastinator. Don't ask your parents. Why always success stories? No, why don't we talk about failure stories? Failure stories, I feel, are more important than success stories. Because people just look at your success. They don't look at the failures behind your success. That's when they idolize you. Failure is the first step towards your success. I made him understand that. Third, planning, organizing, executing. I don't, have you ever done anything like that, any event or anything have you planned? He's like, no. then how can you judge yourself that you are not good at planning, organizing, and executing? Start with something small. Plan up something. Do something. You may fail first time, second time, third time, fourth time. Fifth time, at least you will get a small win. Be happy with that. And when you talk about anxiety, depression, all that, why did it all come? Because the first 3 points, the moment these 3 points are deleted from your life, automatically you'll start coming out of anxiety, depression, and you'll feel happy about yourself. Always remember, the more positive you are about yourself, that's when you don't become a procrastinator. Procrastination is something, what I would define and understood from him talking, postponing a particular task or an event to a future date with no intention of doing it, with all the fears installed inside him. So if you can come out of all these 2 things, then the procrastinator inside you comes out of it. And procrastination is sometimes, I feel, is healthy also, because it helps you to be connected with your yesterday and looking forward something for tomorrow. But only to a certain degree, in a positive way if we take it. Now when I talk about the person who gave us this theme, when she gave us the theme procrastination, I was like, how can she give this theme? She is the person who's been a science graduate, who's done her postgraduate diploma in systems management, a very active social person whom I admire a lot. And she's been the district chair of Inner Wheel, an active Rotarian, and she in the past with MECON, she's been the Sergeant at Arms, Associate VPPR, the Secretary, and a past President. And whenever our Toastmaster of the Day walks in, it's very, very, very rare that she won't walk out with a ribbon for the role what she's taken. So with a huge round of applause, please welcome our Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Lalana.
Thank you, President, for that very kind introduction. Good evening, Toastmasters, and welcome guests. Good evening. There's a famous saying, never put off things until tomorrow, what you can do today. Procrastination is defined as the art of dodging. It's not evading, but it is about avoiding doing something immediately. We generally use these terms when we want to avoid something. Let's see, and let me think about it, etc. However, Mark Twain's quote, never put off till tomorrow, what may be done the day after tomorrow, aptly sums up the essence of procrastination. Passiveness is one of the reasons for procrastination, I can say. Generally, I get up early in the morning and go for a walk in the park close by. I am fortunate to live in Jayanagar, where we have many parks around our house. But these days, you know how the weather is. It's monsoon and generally it will be drizzling or raining slightly. So when I get up and see that it's drizzling or raining, I'll think, should I really go out in this rain? Let me go tomorrow and I'll go back to sleep. This has been happening the whole of this month. So we tend to put off something by convincing ourselves that we can do it some other day, maybe tomorrow. But sometimes this can also become serious in the matters of getting medical attention, particularly as older people tend to ignore symptoms and aches, attributing it to maybe indigestion or some other condition which can lead to serious complications. I am sure many of you would have heard of many such instances. So prioritizing the need for medical care is definitely not negotiable. However, there is something called constructive procrastination as well. This will help you organize your affairs in such a way that things will get done in a prioritized manner. Sometimes parents get worried when their children keep putting off marriages, citing various reasons. They want to finish their post-graduation, they want to get into a better job, even though they're already in some job, they want to get into a better job. So in such cases, procrastination is based on financial security also, So it's not really bad. And another example of constructive procrastination I have heard of is of our former Prime Minister Shri P.V. Narasimha Rao. Apparently, he was an expert in not rushing to a decision. His opponents used to say he's procrastinating, but he used to say not taking a decision itself is a decision. Postponing or delaying things on account of laziness is inefficient and can come back to haunt you someday. But using time strategically is wise. So back in 1924, there was this person, Ramsey Smedley, who believed that timing and prioritizing is critical in getting the best impact and outcomes. Hence, he founded the Toastmaster International in Santa Ana, California, so that people could benefit by enhancing their communication and leadership skills. It started as a single club, but we now have more than 40,000 clubs spread across 148 countries with a membership of about 270,000. Our own Mekong Communication Club was started in 1998, and it's a matter of pride that we belong to this 27-year-old club. A typical Toastmasters meeting consists of 3 sessions. The first session is the prepared speech session, where the speaker takes time to prepare on a subject of their choice according to the project guidelines. The second session is the table topic session, where the speakers are called out randomly and asked to speak on a topic for about 2 minutes. This is where you get to improve your impromptu speaking skills. The third session is the evaluation session, where the proceedings of the meeting are evaluated. We have some role takers to assist in the smooth functioning of the meeting. I request the team of role takers to explain their roles as I call out the names. We have Toastmaster Aadishwar as the timer.
The clock is always ticking, not to pressure you, but to remind you that your time matters. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. As a timer for today's meeting, I will time all the role players during the meeting. I will highlight the minimum, intermediate and maximum times for a speech using the green, yellow and red flags. For example, the project speeches will be timed at 5, 6 and 7 minutes, and the table topics at 1 minute, 1 minute 30 seconds and 2 minutes. So I request all the role takers to stick to the allotted time and help us finish the meeting on time. Thank you.
Thank you, I think we have one icebreaker that is for 4 to 6 minutes. So I would request you to time him at 4, 5 and 6, the first speech. Okay. We have Toastmaster Suresh as the counter.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. The purpose of, I've taken a role of a hard counter here today. The purpose of the hard counter is to note words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pause filler by anyone who speaks here. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen to the listen for filler sounds including and I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase such as I or this means, and at the end of the meeting I will report the number of times each speaker used these expressions. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We have Toastmaster Kushal as the Grammarian.
Good evening, Toastmasters and welcome guests. As a grammarian today, I'll be making a note of good usages and not so good usages of the language. And it's my pleasure to introduce the word of the day, which is word of the week, chuffed, which means very pleased or happy and delighted, which can be used like I was successful, I was really chuffed to win the best speaker award at last evening's meet. I'll give my report at the end of this. Thank you.
We have Toastmaster Samir as the Parliamentary Procedure Evaluator.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. I am starting my journey with Econ Communication Club as a PP evaluator. There are some rules to maintain the flow and smoothness of the meeting. So, first thing, enter and exit the meeting during applause only. Please avoid usage of sex, politics, and religion things. And next, avoid crosstalk. And please keep silence your phone. And I will submit my evaluation report during the general evaluation time.
Thank you. I am really chuffed to see that 3 new members have taken up the roles for the first time today. Congratulations all of you on starting your journey in Toastmasters. Now we'll start off with the first session, which is the prepared speech session. Our first speaker today is delivering an icebreaker speech. I request the individual evaluator to read out the speech guidelines.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. The speaker is attempting level 1 project 1, that is the icebreaker speech. The purpose of this project is for the member to introduce themselves to the club and learn the basic structure of public speech. Notes for the evaluator. The member is completing their first speech in Toastmasters. The goal of the evaluation is to give the member an effective evaluation of their speech and delivery style. Because the icebreaker speech is the first project a member completes, you may choose to use only the notes section and not the numerical score. Thank you and all the very best to the speaker, and over to the MC.
Thank you, Toastmaster Apoorva. Since the speaker is delivering his icebreaker speech, we will get to know more about him through his speech itself. With his speech titled, Baba Rancho Das Samo Das Chanted. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Rahul Gandhi.
I need one help from all you guys. Can you help me? Yes. Okay. Can you help me guess the name of the movie?
Three Idiots.
I'm sitting among the smart audience here, so definitely I can't bluff with my name being Rahul R. Gandhi. Okay. Happy evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. I welcome you all to this meeting. This is CA Rahul R. Gandhi, born and brought up in a joint family, hailing from a place called Dharwad, which is also known to be a river of knowledge. Being in a joint family, all this procrastination, depression, we never experienced. We were always given like, ek thappad padegi, wapas kal se chalu. That was a simple phenomenon of life for us. Back in days when I was not CA, I studied in a convent school where we never spoke English. For us, speaking English was like some alien. We always spoke in Kannada, and that is our mother tongue. This thing was there in a convent school where I studied. After coming, the problem started when I was in 10th, where I was in a dilemma what to choose, English or science. After that I chose science because I got good marks out of fear, and then completed PU1 and PU2. Then in between PU2, there again a dilemma arrives. I don't want to do science. I was amongst 400 students who were all engineers or doctors. I chose not to do science. Then again, like, what's the next best option? CA is something I evaluated. But in between these 2 years, I reflected upon the journey just to discover what am I doing? Am I just shifting the course? Am I like Raju, who is out of fear because I got good marks I chose science? Or like a Farhan, who after completing engineering left the course and did a photography? I was worse than Farhan because I didn't know what to do. I was just going by what's the next best option. So in this dilemma, I got to know I should not be either Raju or Farhan. If something I wanted to be, that should be Rancho. But I didn't know the path of being a Rancho. Just after completing this PU2, I took up a bold decision to come to Bangalore to pursue my CA studies. In this, I saw here the fear is even bigger than what I expected. The CA students, in your CPT class, you see, you will never clear. In out of 100 students, only 1 or 2% will become CAs. I didn't have option to go back to my hometown because Papa said that pade. He will always say, oh, 1 lakh rupees already you have wasted in my science. That was the case. Things went very smooth. Only having Rancho attitude helped me. What are the 2 things when I reflected upon? Whenever there was a time to decide easy and the right thing, I would not say right and the wrong thing. I chose the easy option, not the right option. And whenever the time came to look into the fear, I ran away from it. But Rancho attitude said 2 things. I have to choose the right option and stand in front of fear. Only having this attitude helped me clear my CA in first attempt. After clearing CA, again I made a bold decision that I don't want to do CA. But due to some God's grace, again I continued on this path. I took a break of 9 months just to think whether CA is my life or not. After doing that, in this 9 months I've shaped my life completely. From being a person who liked cinema and cricket in my childhood, my hobbies had changed to reading books were my new companion. In CA you don't study, apart from studies you don't do anything. So I had curiosity to learn many things. I started by learning cooking, swimming, exploring many new things. Recently I completed a course on pranic healing too. In this list, there are many things which I can share you across. But having this Rancho attitude not just helped me clear CA, it helped me join Deloitte as an assistant manager. It helped me develop a social service application, which is Jinwani mobile applications. It has helped me start my own practice, where I do my own consultancy business. It helped me to start a training academy, which is College to Corporate Training Academy, wherein people who pursue BCom and all, who are not getting jobs, we help them give practical education and take them forward. The very same attitude helped me, become chairman of Karnataka State Chartered Accountants Association. This same very attitude has helped me launch my own YouTube channel and Instagram channel. The name is The Chartered Guy. Don't forget to subscribe. This is and the journey continues. Having this Rancho attitude is not one thing, but a continuous journey and the things which will keep evolving. Whenever life presents you with an opportunity or you are in a dilemma what to do, there are 2 paths, an easy one and a right one. Easy one will give you immediate answer. Right one is something which you have to procrastinate, which you have to wait. Second thing, face your fear. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rahul, for that wonderful icebreaker speech, giving all of us a glimpse of your life. Our second speaker is delivering the first project speech, level 3, from the path, dynamic leadership. I request the individual evaluator to read out the speech highlights.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests. The purpose statement of this speech, of this project, is for the member to practice using a story within a speech or giving a speech that is a story. Note for the evaluator, The member completing this project is focusing on using stories in a speech or creating a speech that is a story. The member may use any type of story, personal, well-known fiction, or any of his or her own creation. Listen for a well-organized speech that is a story or includes a story. Thank you and all the best to the speaker.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jyothi. The speaker is an electrical engineer and an entrepreneur who started his company, Syscon Instruments, in 1976. He is passionate about environment protection and has planted many trees in Electronic City, where he has his factory. He takes active part to bridge the digital divide between rural and urban communities. With his speech titled Trust, Believing, please put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Veerabhadrappa.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. My today's speech is on trust. My dear friends, trust is the highest form of human motivation. I once again repeat, trust is the highest form of human motivation. Then what is the meaning of the trust? The person who is having a trust will have the following characters: honest, telling truth, integrity, keeping promises, secure. He will not have an idea of cheating or doing something wrong to anybody. He has a courage, conviction, commitment, confidence, desire, direction, dedication and discipline. All these characters you can find with the person who has a trust. So that is this thing. Trust has also another meaning. That meaning in Kannada is called Sevartha or Dharmartha. I am started one trust called Electronic City Industries Association, where we do charity and other things. Trust is a powerful tool in your life which can sink you or make you happy. I have come across many instances wherein it has done both the harm to the many people. I have a friend who is an industrialist who stood guarantee for 1 crore rupees to his friend. There are 3 types of people. One who takes money and gives honestly to us. Another people he wanted to give, but circumstances are unable to pay back the money. The third party is with the intention of only cheating the money. Whereas in my friend's case, he wanted to give the money, but he was unable to generate that type of money to give the loan. He being an industrialist, he doesn't want to lose his credibility in the bank. He himself paid 1 crore rupees and closed the matter. You think paying 1 crore for the sake of others, I don't know whether you call it as a trust or what is his fate and other things. The other one is, soon after graduation, I met with certain people, I trusted them, I started an industry. Today it is beautifully employed about 250 people and coming up well, my dear friends. So both these things are there. You can this thing. I would like to share one story and tell them whom to trust, how to decide all these things. There is a small story in this one. It is a story of a farmer and a friend. So farmer with his friend goes to his field. There was a harvest in the field. The friend asked, when are you going to make the harvesting? The farmer said, I have decided to, because the crop has come, I need to cut the tree. I have engaged the laborers, tomorrow they will come and cut the crop. Small baby birds were there. Nest was there in the midst of the crop. Baby birds went and told mother, Ma, tomorrow laborers are going to come and harvest this season. Let us vacate the place. Mother says, don't worry, they will not come. Again, farmer and the friend came next day. The friend said, Arey Papa, you told me you are engaged with the laborers, you are going to cut the harvest. What happened? I say, I believed thee. I trusted the laborers, they never turned up. So what are you going to do? Next time I am calling my brother, my sister, sister-in-law, niece, and all my relatives are coming here and going to cut the and make the harvest this story. Again the baby birds went and told the mother, don't worry, they will not come. So again they came next day. The friend ridiculed him. What? I say, you are telling many times that you are going to harvest. What happened to your trust on your labor and on your relatives? Then he said, nobody is coming. Tomorrow I am going to cut myself. What he said? I am going to cut myself. I am going to do the labor. Then the baby birds went and told the mother, this is the time you have to. Okay. So what is the meaning of this story? Trust yourself. First you have to trust yourself, then only things will happen. Otherwise, if you are in a dilemma or if you are in an oscillating mind, the things will not work. My dear friends, trust yourself. This is the one. How many people are married in this class? Please raise your hands. This is a common incident when the partner goes outside. Moment when he returns, if his wife being, rather than asking, are you okay and other things, she puts a lot of questions. Have you forgotten me? You never gave me a ring. Huh? What is it you are enjoying there, giving me? Whereas the dog in his family, moment when he came, well, so much affectionate, you can see the love of the dog. So trust the animals. This is the story of in my life, I come across when I believed some person and invested money in the check. It is what is called a check payments or everything. I thought it is a check payments. Nothing will happen like that when I thought. I regularly used to credit the money. When I wanted money, he said, sir, I have taken the check. Money will come to you. When I went the next day, he himself was absconding. He is not seen in his house also. So I have lost to an extent of money. So never invest your money in chits and other things. It is you don't trust it. They will be very happy in the beginning, and as the days goes on, they will cheat you, my dear friends. So don't trust this thing. So you are already in Mahabharata, Kuchela and Krishna. Kuchela was a very poor man and he wanted to go and see the Krishna. Krishna, you know, the status and other things. But he had so much trust. When he goes there, he will welcome with open arms. When he went there, Krishna was delighted and he was chuffed to receive the Kuchela. See the trust, that is the trust you have. When you tog your son or a daughter upward, the daughter or a son or small baby will have a trust that my father will not allow me to fall down. Finally, to end up, whom to trust and whom not to trust. By listening story, I think you have come to a conclusion what to do. ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ಮೇಲೊಂದು ಮನೆಯ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೃಗಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಂಜಿದೊಡೆಂತಯ್ಯ. ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ಮೇಲೊಂದು ಮನೆಯ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೃಗಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಂಜಿದೊಡೆಂತಯ್ಯ. ಸಮುದ್ರದ ತಡೆಯಲೊಂದು ಮನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ನೊರೆತರೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಅಂಜಿದೊಡೆಂತಯ್ಯ. ಸಂತೆಯಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಮನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಶಬ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾಚಿದೊಡೆಂತಯ್ಯ. ಚನ್ನಮಲ್ಲಿಕಾರ್ಜುನ, ಈ ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ ಮೇಲೆ you need to trust, my dear friends. Trust is the only thing that makes your life moving forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Veerabhadrappa, for that very interesting speech about trusting people. Now, coming to the next session, the table topic session. The table topics master is a qualified US CPA and is currently working at RSM US LLP. He's a past president of our club and has participated in various speech contests at the district and division levels. He's a passionate quizzer and a strategy gaming enthusiast. He also loves playing cricket, table tennis and badminton. Let's welcome Toastmaster Shivaprasad with a huge round of applause.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lalana, for that introduction. Now, unlike Toastmaster and Chartered Accountant Rahul Gandhi here, I grew up in a nuclear family, and hence procrastination comes to me naturally. And if you are like me, a master procrastinator, then there would have been several instances in your life when you would have been underprepared, or when you're not prepared at all, maybe for a speech, or maybe for an exam, or maybe for an interview. And during those times, you know what helps? Practice speaking here at the lectern in the table topic session, impromptu speaking. And this is more or less why we have table topics in Toastmasters. It's basically, I call you up with a random topic here, and you are supposed to stand and speak for at least 1 to 2 minutes on that topic here. And now, since we'll have a lot of speakers today, I'll get straight away started into the session. Since the theme for today is procrastination, first topic for today: what you can do today can be done tomorrow as well. What you can do today can be done tomorrow as well. Toastmaster Gajendra.
My motto is what you can do today can be done tomorrow as well. I thought I could laugh for that, but okay. Been a long break since I've come here to speak, so I'm very chuffed to be here. Well, you know, procrastination is kind of like an art for me. You know, it's like naturally inbuilt. You know, if my other name would be procrastination actually, if not Gajendra. I'll tell you something. During my, I'm doing PGTM right now in the Anand Sagar. I started like last week. And I wrote CAT, and I wrote NMAT, I wrote ZAT, I wrote SNAP, and everything I gave unprepared. And you know, once you give tests unprepared, there's no going back. Like seriously. I didn't give my board exams unprepared. I don't know how I passed, but yeah. And I just feel that, you know, I mean, you all are laughing, but it's actually very sad that I'm going unprepared. And it's not a good sign to go unprepared, actually. And I keep telling myself, why am I like this? Like, go prepared. That's when I told why you do today when you can do it tomorrow. And then back to
Thank you, Toastmaster Gajendra. And now, on similar lines, the reward for hard work is more work. The reward for hard work is more work. Toastmaster Sakshi Gupta.
Through this topic, I remember incidents of me and my husband. I asked him, "You cook very nice food. Please prepare paneer, paneer sabzi for me, right?" So he said, what he did, "You always do this, me do this task." He had a plan this time. This time, he didn't put masalas in the vegetable because, and then when I asked, I was so excited to have it. When I asked, "Why did you made it like this?" He said, "Because if I put more hard work, you will make me put more work. So again, you will not ask me." So I was like, oh, my strategy failed. So the next time, when you don't want to work or you want to procrastinate, next time remember, do the wrong work so that nobody can make you work hard next time. So
Thank you, Toastmaster Sakshi. The next topic for today is that humility is overrated. Sometimes you need to brag. Humility is overrated, and sometimes you need to brag. Toastmaster Sai Snehal.
Table Topics Master, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Well, do you know who started YouTube for this club? And do you know who managed for 200 meetings alone? Anyways, jokes aside, I did it for the purpose of benefiting members so that when they go back home, they can have something to get a visual feedback for what they have done. I'm not someone who likes to really brag a lot, but I let the work do silently, and sometimes I don't even mind not taking the credit, because when you put in the work, and if the work speaks for itself, that's all that the credit that I need. I know myself that I've done it, and that's all I'm happy about. There was a time in school, in 10th, the entire cupboard, like how we have in Mekon, was completely messed up, and the class teacher kept asking for 6 months, can someone please arrange it for once at least before you leave school forever. So I started doing little by little every single day, and by the end of almost 6-7 months, I had finished it with the help of my friend. We never told the teacher, we never told anybody, and nobody even realized it because we used to manage doing silently when nobody else was in the class. Maybe 5 minutes after the school got over, we should spend and do it. Then one fine day when the teacher opened the cupboard, she realized that it was all neat, organized, and she started finding out who did it. None of us told because nobody else knew apart from me and my friend, and he didn't come that day and I didn't want to tell. And after a few days, someone managed to find it out, and I didn't even accept it that it was me who had done it because I didn't want to brag about saying that this thing is. Life will brag for you on its own. Don't be that person trying to brag around because you never know what's going to come back at you. And that can hit you more than animals. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sai Snehal. Moving on to the next topic for today. Ambition is not for everyone. Ambition is not for everyone. Toastmaster Shuba.
I think this is an apt topic for me because I love the comfort zone. You see, I have cousins in the US, and somehow it feels like NRIs are a different breed altogether when it comes to career. Right before they even are close to their high school, it's either doctor or lawyer or engineer. That's it. Those are the three prime career paths. And it's like if you're not that ambitious, something's wrong with you. While I am here happy with how I am with my life, I don't have crazy dreams. Well, I do have some dreams, it's not like I don't, but at the same time, I went with the flow. It wasn't like I desired something so much that, I want to be the president of the United States tomorrow. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, and then, these NRI species come to college and then realize that pre-med is not for them. And then come to terms with reality and then focus on what their exact skills are. So yeah, ambition is good, provided you know what your skills are and it's an achievable goal. So take it step by step. You can have larger goals, but not the President of the United States.
Toastmaster Shuba. Next one might be a little controversial. Intelligent people have better taste in music. Intelligent people have better taste in music. Toastmaster Madhusudan.
Stumped. I don't know what to say. Intelligent people have better taste in music. My taste in music is actually all these old Rajkumar Kannada songs. So I don't like to compare against people and say I have better taste in music than you or not. So I'm not really sure. I don't want to demean anyone also. Yeah. But the only thing I can say is I'm not a big fan of all these new age rappers. So I remember back in the day I was a big fan of all these old school Dr. Dre, Eminem, Snoop Dogg. And I look at the current ones and I see people listening to these and I do think they're very unintelligent because what exactly is that music, man? They're just saying like, you know, what's that word? Gucci gang, Gucci gang? Because what is that song even? There is nothing for me. I need lyrics, I need to listen to a song, I need to understand the emotions behind it. I listen to all these old Rajkumar songs and it comes out so beautifully. I listen to some other English songs like Johnny Cash, or I listen to even Taylor Swift is good in that. But I listen to all these new guys and I do think like, you know, the people who do listen to such songs are, to say it simply, idiots. I do judge them a lot. I think that's about it. I've just gone on in all directions, but thank you for this topic.
Thank you, Toastmaster Madhusudan. Next topic for today. I have zero regrets is the biggest lie ever. I have zero regrets is the biggest lie ever. Toastmaster Shreya.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I actually don't believe that this is the biggest lie ever. I actually look at regrets as something to learn from. So instead of feeling bad that I did something, it's an opportunity for me to realize what I did wrong and not do it again. That being said, I do have regrets that, I feel like all of us have done something, maybe when we were teenagers, that just every time you remember it, you're like, oh, like you don't want to think about it. It's like you wish you could erase that moment from your life. Yeah, I have done that. But, that being said, I didn't do it again. So, it's been a while since I... It's actually been a while. I don't think last time I came for a table topic at all. So...
Sing a song.
Sing a song. If I sang a song, I would probably regret it. Maybe I'll talk about one of my regrets that I actually learned from. So during COVID, I was in first PUC. So when COVID hit, I was writing my 10th standard board exams, and 3 of them actually got cancelled. And my PU college started, taking classes 2 weeks after lockdown started. And I didn't have a phone. My parents gave me my first phone when I was 18. So having all day access to a laptop was, my dream. And I wasted my time like anything. We got Netflix, we got Prime, and I spent all of my online classes watching that instead of listening to whatever I was supposed to be listening to. That being said, I didn't prepare at all for my CET exam, which I was gonna write in second PU. And I, regretted that so much in that moment. I studied for 1 month straight, literally woke up at 9 and wouldn't stop studying till 9 PM. That's how much I studied. I ended up getting a pretty decent rank and got into a decent college. Safe to say that I'll never be making that mistake again. So, don't have regrets, but learn from them. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shreya. Moving on to our next topic. As a kid, you want to grow up. But as an adult, you want to go back. As a kid, you want to grow up, but as an adult, you want to go back. Toastmaster Kushal.
Good evening, Toastmasters and welcome guests. The topic is taking back to my childhood days. We used to, in our locality, we had a big gang. The road used to be the cricket playground for us, and the big stones blocking the way, those were the wickets. whenever after playing these games, after the schools, whenever I used to go for my summer holidays to my uncle's house, I used to look up to him and tell, when I become big, I will be like you. I'll go to the office in formals like you. And I dreamt of being like him. But here I am today with formals on a Monday. And yeah, I really want to go back to those childhood days where we bothered about nothing, just play cricket, just go out with friends, get repeating from parents for going out so long, not listening to them. And I still remember the first thing I used to do when Saturdays or Sundays, get up, wash my face, no breakfast, nothing, go out, take the bat, go play cricket. Come home in the evening. We didn't remember anything about lunch or parents, any other things. Just enjoy. Yeah, I really want to go back. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kushal. Our next topic for today: life is best explained through cricketing metaphors. Life is best explained through cricketing metaphors. Distinguished Toastmaster K Prabhakara.
Life is explained through cricketing metaphors. It's a complicated subject, anyway. Mr. Table Topic Master, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. We always think India normally plays well in the second innings. May not be in this test that's happening, but earlier in my younger days, India used to play second innings first. So second innings. So the idea was, we always thought, why don't they have second innings first instead of the other way, first innings first. So thereby India can win. So if you think life is also you have a goal target that is 3 wickets, and there is a bowler. Bowler is the incoming day. Einstein says, future comes to you one day at a time. The bowler in life is cricket ball, and that is time. And you are the batsman. The 3 wicket that you have to do is to protect yourself and score runs between the other person running behind, other end of the person, other end runner is somebody who can be your best friend, classmate, who is really pushing you hard, maybe your teacher. And the fielders are people who are trying to stop you from progressing or making runs. So you see, the question is, how are you going to stay in the crease long enough, take one single run at a time, or are you going to make in such a way that you are going to hit sixes and score runs? That means if you are a person in life, you cannot make suppose you want to make an impact in life, which is in cricket terms, is that if your ball comes to you as a fielder, you throw the ball back to the wicket keeper, or maybe it goes to the bowler. But if you want to make an impact, you throw down the wicket when the batsman takes a run. That's where you are going to make an impact. So the life itself is, you can really, in philosophical term, you can take it to another level. But the thing is, as you play, like Rahul Dravid, let's put it that way, he plays like a zombie. He cannot disturb his concentration. So zombie is being something like that. You are so focused that everything else is secondary. Like, for example, in Toastmasters, once you are here behind the lectern, whether others laugh, put a round of applause to you, is immaterial as long as you are able to focus inward and deliver the speech. So cricket is very much like life. Over to Table Topic Master.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster K Prabhakara. Next topic for today: tall people are assumed to have an advantage in life. Tall people are assumed to have an advantage in life. Toastmaster Saketh.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests.
tall people have a lot of things in advantage. When you go out with your friends for lunch, the most expensive bill, the split comes to the tall person because of the heavy appetite that he has. And not because that he's a foodie or anything, but he just has to survive. And being tall, going in BMTC is not recommended, especially when it's raining, considering the Bangalore roads. And at times I feel being tall is an advantage. Like when you go in crowded places, I've kind of become the landmark. So the short people can find me easily and they don't lose their weight. But apart from that, everyone asks, like, how did I become so tall? Well, to be honest, I didn't drink Complan, so. But I do recommend everyone who's short to drink Complan. Don't drink. But the other excuses I give is, to be honest, it's genes that tend to become tall. And I just say sports. I say I play cricket, I play basketball, I cycle, I swim. But even everyone does that, but no one's tall. So you're an exception, man. But apart from that, it's just genes, and if you're in luck, you tend to become tall. You tend to have a big appetite just to survive. But apart from that, you're just a normal guy having a nice goals, and yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Saketh. Next topic for today. Sometimes my own English deceives me. Sometimes my own English deceives me. Distinguished Toastmaster U Bhat. Sometimes my own English deceives me.
Mr. Tabletop Master for a Toastmasters and welcome guests. There are two things in my life whom I have not been able to understand. One, of course, is my wife. And the other is English language. Because I belong to a state in Kerala. I belong to Manjeshwar, it is in Kerala state, where the language is Malayalam. But I belong to a broader area, whereas the major language is Kannada. I belong to a GSB family, this is Gaud Saras Brahminis speak Konkani at home. And the local people there speak Tulu. So when school, I passed out in Kannada medium. And later I passed out, I went to NITK, Suratkal, where 14 state students were there. Everybody speaking different, I had friendship with so many people, I learned different languages. I went to Bombay then after passing, I worked for a year there. I had to pick up Marathi, there was no other choice, so I did Marathi. Then I went to Bhilai, Madhya Pradesh. Without Hindi you cannot manage, so I had to learn Hindi. So I was telling here that, see, all that English also I learned as a language. And I was telling that, see, you can see me, I was proudly telling in the Toastmasters meetings, so many languages and all, I can. So one person from the back bench got up and said, now I know, sir, he said. Why do you know, what do you know about it? No, now I know why you cannot speak in a single language correctly. So forget about English. Honestly, I am not able to speak in language, so many languages, because I have got confused each time. And even in English language, the problem which I face is, we have to do a double thought in my mind. Anything which comes to my mind, first I have to think in what it might, maybe my native language, Konkani, or maybe where I studied in Kannada medium, or different of the context of different languages. Then I have to translate into English, then correlate my thoughts in my mind and present it. So that is the biggest challenge I have faced in this. So, but all that, I don't regret it, because in the Toastmasters for the last 27 years, I have been able to manage with my broken English or whatever you call it reasonably well, I thought. So I call it myself successful in spite of all my knowledge of different languages. English is one of the languages, but still I managed it quite well. Thank you.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster U Bhat. Now moving on to our next topic for today. Toothbrushes are meant for more than just teeth. Toothbrushes are meant for more than just teeth. Toastmaster Aadishwar. Toothbrushes are meant for more than just
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. So my topic is toothbrushes
are meant for more than just
Toothbrushes are meant just more than for teeth. Okay. So toothbrushes, why are they required? To clean, right? So it's not only to clean your teeth. You have to clean your whole personality. Not with a toothbrush, okay? Not with a toothbrush. Toothbrush is just it is just symbolized there. So yeah.
Can I give you a different topic? Okay. Some books deserve to be judged by their covers.
Sorry for that. Okay. So people say don't judge a book by its cover, but some are exceptions. You can't. You have to judge someone by how they are. Now, if you're going somewhere, you need to be dressed well. Not you just cannot be informal. Go and be casual everywhere. So it's not only that. Wherever you go, there are some rules and regulations you must follow. If you do not follow those, you get some warnings. But if you keep repeating on those, then you won't be respected. People won't respect you because you're not following the certain rules and regulations. People will start taking you lightly. No one will respect you. No one will take your any suggestions. You will feel left out then. So those people sometimes need to be judged so that they feel, okay, people are judging me. I should change. I should improve. So yeah, some books should be judged by covers. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aadishwar. Do we still have time for a topic?
One last.
One last. Okay. Then this one better be. Okay. Last topic for today. Sometimes you need to follow the crowd. Sometimes you need to follow the crowd. Toastmaster Suresh.
It came as a surprise, I was not prepared for this. Sometimes you need to follow the crowd. I remember this in my early days when I first watched an English cinema in a theatre, in a cinema hall. I never used to understand English. I used to wait for people. When it comes to a joke, I definitely never used to understand it. I used to wait for people to laugh. So when they laughed, I was able to understand, yes, there's a joke now. I should also join the crowd. So that was the first situation in my life where I laughed, I followed the crowd. And next is, also during my early school days, I used to watch cricket with friends. I did not know the rules about cricket. I didn't know when to cheer. But there were 20 people around me with my friends. Whenever they used to cheer, shout, 4, 6, I didn't know what 4 is all about, what 6 is all about. So somewhere it thought we are in early stages, we need to go with the crowd unless you get that maturity. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suresh. I've realized I've left out one more member, so we'll do one last topic and close this session. The last topic for today: taking all criticism personally leads to growth. Taking all criticism personally leads to growth. Toastmaster Sameer. Taking criticism personally leads to growth.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm not really good with theirs, so sorry. Next time I will take time to
Give me a round of applause. Thank you, Toastmaster Sameer, and I'm sure you'll do next time as well. You will answer another table topic next time. So with that, I'm feeling a little chuffed that all of you have spoken so well in the table topics. And I'll hand the charge back to our Master of Ceremonies, Toastmaster Lalana.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shivaprasad, for that very interesting session and interesting topics as well. And we'll now have the much awaited break. And people were curious in the beginning only when Rachana walked in what snacks she had got. So I think we're going to know what snacks she's got. And I request all of you to be back here after 10 minutes. Welcome back. Let's move on with the evaluation session now. To take us through the proceedings of today's meeting, we have a Toastmaster who is an electronics engineering graduate from NITK Suratkal. He is currently working as a software engineer at Quizzes. He is passionate about reading and in fact reads every day. He is a fitness enthusiast who loves swimming and running and also practices yoga. Please put your hands together and help me welcome Toastmaster Chetan Vashish.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
General evaluation is feedback. It's the time we get to eat our own cooking and see how well we've been doing. So let's dive into today's session, which started at 6:23 p.m. The business session was smooth. It was short, just 2 minutes. We had 4 updates. One about the club being a distinguished club, the second one being the district achieving distinguished status. The third one was about the COTP program that all the EC members and associates should ideally attend. Oh, okay. And finally, we had the VPE update about the open roles for next week. Let's move on to the Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Rachana. Well done with your speech. I enjoyed those 2 minutes, and I think the crowd enjoyed the snacks as well. I asked a couple of folks. And the President's intro was excellent. You put in a lot of effort into making that introduction, and I hope you're able to sustain that effort for the upcoming 25 weeks. Good luck on that. Up next, we had the President. She introduced our 6 guests, Sarthak, Vikram, Shashank, Kavya, Yashwant, and Dishita. The guest introduction was very smooth. All of them spoke openly about themselves. And then we had our secretary, Toastmaster Madhusudan. I liked how you read it, but I thought you were overly verbose since the whole reading went on for almost 7 minutes, I think. It is a bit difficult to concentrate when it gets that long. So I would urge you to shorten down some of the things that are less relevant. For example, 2 weeks ago, for an update that happened 1 week ago is a little less relevant. So maybe we can cut down on some of that. Let's move on to evaluating the President. Toastmaster Latha, congrats for taking up the role. I enjoyed your story about how you dealt with your client in the past. It was a memorable story. It was simple, yet very aptly fit the theme. And there were a few good things that I'd like to point out first. Great eye contact, a very powerful voice. You hit every part of the audience with booming with confidence, and no chit to go with any of it. Just one thing, I'd like a little more prep work so that some of those sentences can be shortened and compressed and made to sound much better. So I think the quality can improve there significantly if you just improve on that. Let's move on to, before we evaluate our MC, let's listen to the evaluations of the speeches today. Our first speech will be evaluated of Toastmaster Rahul, will be evaluated by Toastmaster Apoorva. Can you have an evaluation?
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and to my target speaker, Toastmaster Rahul. I must say I was chuffed today to be evaluating your speech because that was one amazing speech. I must say it is one of the best icebreakers I've ever heard. You were very confident on the stage, you were at ease. It didn't feel like you were coming behind the lectern for the very first time. You had a great opening. You came behind the lectern and you started off. Hello everybody, and you asked a question and related to the title of your speech. Firstly, your title was very interesting. The audience response to the title was such that everybody had a big smile on the face. They instantly knew it, and they had this big smile on the face, and that especially I could see one of the guests and all, they had that spark in their face. So yeah, it instantly connected with the audience. Then you made a joke about your name. It brought in humor, instantly lifted the audience up. It was very interesting, and throughout the speech, you continuously drew parallels to the characters of the 3 Idiots movie. That was also again like every Indians, most of us are movie buffs, and there's no better way to grab attention than movies at times. So great job at that. And your eye contact also, I felt, even though it was your first speech, you were very confident and you covered the whole room. You covered every single person in the room. And you had humor spread throughout the speech. And also I love the way where you started off with your speech by telling that you were from Hubli, you told about your education, and then you were in a dilemma in your 10th, and you wanted to choose some different path. You chose CA, and then you also made a joke about you coming from a joint family. Then you spoke about you moving to Bangalore. You also covered your hobbies well: reading, cooking, swimming, and also about you have done a course on prani killing. Everything was very well covered. You also spoke about all your achievements. You worked as an assistant manager in Deloitte. You have your own consultancy business. You were also the chairman of Karnataka Association. So you pretty much covered everything, be it your family, hobbies, ambition. Just wish if you would have spoken in detail about your family members, because your icebreaker is your speech where you introduced to the club. You missed out that one, and also one thing you missed is I felt that you missed why you joined Toastmasters. That one thing you missed out. Other than that, it was a great speech. And throughout the speech, it was like a complete circle. You were drawing parallels continuously with your character, you in your life, and characters of the movie 3 Idiots. And also you had humor throughout the speech. And also, I like the conclusion, which you told next time when you're in a dilemma, don't choose the easy one, but choose the right one. So I must say it was a great speech. I'm eager to listen more speeches from you. Congratulations.
Great job on the evaluation, Apoorva. Since this is his first speech, I like that you stuck to a lot of positives. You spent almost 2.5 minutes telling what's positive and gave a few constructive feedbacks which is very actionable. And to Toastmaster Rahul, what she pointed out is actually very valid. In each project, we tend to have a set of guidelines which are to be fulfilled, the whys and the whats, etc. So it's a good feedback to take and improve on. One thing I would like to add as well, I loved your contextual awareness in the speech. You realized the meeting theme was procrastination. You brought it in while speaking. I really appreciate that. It's not something a novice speaker can do, and you're already exhibiting this, so great work. Let's listen to our next the evaluation of our next speaker, Toastmaster Jyothi.
Good evening, Toastmasters and guests, and a special good evening to our chuffed speaker, Toastmaster Veerabhadrappa. So, his opening statement was wonderful, like the very impactful. Trust, highest form of human motivation. Trust is the highest form of human motivation. Toastmaster Veerabhadrappa occupied the entire stage when he spoke, and he has a very loud voice and impactful voice to grab the attention, and he also brought in the impact of the value of trust with and also he used gestures like crop cutting, what you can work on is the purpose of the project was to tell a story, and you had a story to tell about the trust. So what you could have done was break the story in 3 parts: trust yourself, trust the family, and then trust the entire people around you. That's how the trust starts, from inside to family and outside. Though you had these stories, but it was all jumbled up, and I was actually at times confused. What is being told to trust? Either do not trust your wife, but trust a dog, or you trust money, but not the money institution. So that was a sort of confusion for me. And to challenge yourself, because you have a very confidence behind the lectern and an impactful voice, if you bring out a bit more of gestures and voice modulation in your story, it will be very impactful. Like for example, when the little bird told to mother, Ma, they are coming to cut the crops, what will happen to us? So it will, like, everyone will be listening to what happened, and then the mother says, don't worry, they will not do it. So the curiosity builds, why is, even though the baby is crying and the mother is so confident of not taking any action. So that would create a much better impact. In conclusion, you had an apt story for this current scenario where trust is lacking in each of us because of various part of our lifestyle. And if there is a clarity of what I said, whom to trust and why to trust, how to develop the trust, which you had in the story, if it was to be structured, and you always bring an impact in the last statement of your speech, which you did, but in a regional language, so people like me did not understand what it actually meant, those 3-4 lines. If you could have translated, it would really make an impact with your exuberance and your zest. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you.
Toastmaster Jyothi, great evaluation. Well done on handling the stage well. Just a couple of points that I would like to give you. Toastmaster Veerabhadrappa gave us a good speech. I think he could have given a lot more positive points before jumping into what was negative. and something to add on to what she said, sir. Your speech was filled with humor, you had grace, and you exhibited extreme confidence. I thoroughly enjoyed all of this. Wish you best of luck for the future. Let's move on to our table topics master, Toastmaster Shivaprasad Sharma. Today we had 14 topics. 13 or 14 topics? 13, alright. And each topic was framed such that you could either go for it or against it. And that is ideally how a topic should be. You can attack it from either point of view. You can also attack it from personal experience, come from the point of a general story. You can do all of these things. And to Shiva's credit, each of those topics were built in such a way. So great job on selecting the topics. I loved your time management because it was a tight session and you still managed to give a chance to so many people. So great job in exhibiting that experience. And a couple of call-outs to some of our seasoned Toastmasters who attacked the topics so well. For example, Toastmaster Sai Snehal with the subtle brag when he walked onto the stage. I really enjoyed that. Or be it DTM K Prabhakara, who also showed us how to attempt a really difficult topic. So great job on selecting the topics and great job to each of our speakers for attempting it so well. Now let's move on to our TAPG team to give us feedback for each person in the room. Let's start with our timer, Toastmaster Aadishwar.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome dear guests. So here is a timer report. Business commenced at 6:23 p.m. Business session time actual taken was 1 minute 2 seconds. Welcome by Sergeant Arms 2 minutes 42 seconds. President address 6 minutes 56 seconds. Report on previous meeting 7 minutes 30 seconds. And Master of Ceremonies 14 minutes 30 seconds. The allotted speakers today's prepared speeches were time taken by Toastmaster Rahul Gandhi 6 minutes and 9 seconds. Toastmaster Veerabhadrappa sir 7 minutes and 45 seconds. Total table topic master session took 32 minutes and 23 seconds. Should be forgotten. Okay. And so break time was allotted 10 minutes, but we have taken 13 minutes. Yeah, and the general evaluation is going on. Back to you.
The evaluators.
Okay, evaluators, yeah. So speaker 1 evaluator took 3 minutes 25 seconds and speaker 2 evaluator took 3 minutes 29 seconds.
Up next, let's hear it from our counter, Toastmaster Suresh.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I started evaluating from the icebreaker for Rahul Gandhi. I couldn't find any filler words or clutch words. Apoorva, I could find a couple of fillers. Jyothi ma'am, around 2 fillers there. And coming to the table topic, speaker 1 Shivaprasad Sharma, and was used several times, at least 4 times. And and was used as crutch words. Gajendra, and was used 4 times. Sakshi Gupta, was used thrice. Sai Snehal, only filler he used was once. That's okay. Shuba, A filler was used more than thrice. Repeated words like and was used. Madhusudan. So was used around 7 times. And like was also used as a crutch word. Shreya a couple of times. Thrice. Crutch words like you know, but, and was used. Kushal twice. So was the repeated words. Like was also so and you know was used. Sorry. K Prabhakara sir. So and like was the repeated words. Saketh was used 4 times. Crutch words and so was used. U Bhat. Crutch words and it was repeated and so was repeated. Aadishwar was used 4 times and crutch word was so. And finally, it's me, Suresh Jagannath. I use 4 times. That's it. Thank you.
Let's hear it from our Grammarian Toastmaster Kushal.
Good evening once again. So some of the, I'll start with the good usage of words today, like perfectionist, building blocks, a small win, and constructive procrastination. And 2 of the phrases which I found interesting was failure is the first step towards success and the art of dodging. I'm chuffed to announce 2 of the Toastmasters today used the word of the week. Lalana, Toastmaster Lalana Murthy used once, Toastmaster Veerabhadrappa used once, Toastmaster Shivaprasad, Toastmaster Gajendra, Toastmaster Apoorva, and finally Toastmaster Jyothi Rahul. Have I missed anyone?
Joseph.
Yeah, myself. Thank you.
Finally, let's hear it from our TP Evaluator, Toastmaster Samir.
Good evening, Toastmaster. First, thanks to Rahul sir reminding me of 3 idiots, because I can say all is well, all is well. And the next thing is, I wanted to apologize for spoiling table topics, but I got tip from Jyothi ma'am, you don't have to apologize. So, Toastmaster Shiva, I will improve myself. And as a PP evaluator, there is no enter and exit during the there is no disturbance from exiting and entering the meeting, and there is no cross talks and also phone or silence. So the meeting 1325 is nice and smooth.
Three of our role takers today, TAPG team, were new role takers. I think these are your first roles itself, right, for all 3 of you. Very well done. Congratulations. Please keep taking roles in the future. Let's have a round of applause. And to you, Samir, please do not apologize. You are here to learn. You did not spoil the whole session. We had 13 great topics. You had a great chance to speak here. Next time, you will do better. Have confidence. That's it. So we have evaluated everybody so far except our MC for the day. Have I? Yeah. moving to the MC, Toastmaster Lalana Murthy. Great opening quote with Mark Twain. I loved your story of walking around in Jayanagar because I myself have done both things, walk around and not walk around. And your other ideas of constructive procrastination, etc., were lovely too. You've stitched the meeting together. Each of us have felt like a true part of it. I really enjoyed that, and you even managed to somehow look at the chits and manage to hold an eye contact with the audience. So great job on that. But some places that looking at the chit is truly unnecessary. For example, when you're talking about the structure of the meeting itself, like you by now know that. So some places where you could cut down on that, but otherwise it was a great session. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Great topic. Everyone who could pick up on it spoke very well as well. So great job. Looking forward to more. I hope to see you a lot. Have I missed anyone? No, right? Alright. I think we can close.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chetan, for that very comprehensive evaluation with constructive and encouraging feedback for everyone. Let's have a huge round of applause once again for Toastmaster Chetan. I would like to conclude by saying you can avoid procrastination by planning your days in advance rather than doing things at the last minute. Maybe you can take a few minutes at the end of each day to plan what needs to be done the next day. With that, I would like to hand over the charge back to President Toastmaster Latha.
I hope all of you had a great learning and a great session today for the meeting number 1325. Now, I would like to call upon DTM K Prabhakara to please hand over the Enthusiasm Award to Toastmaster Shivaprasad Sharma. U Bhat to come and give us the term awards. I would like to call upon Toastmaster Jyothi Rao for being the best Toastmaster of the month of February 2025. I would like to call upon Toastmaster Shivaprasad Sharma for being the best evaluator for January 2025 to July 2025.
This was supposed to have been received by them last week, but they could not come. That's why we are handing over. If you miss the installation, you can get the award twice.
Has everyone voted in the ballot? If not, then I will give you 30 seconds, so please cast your votes. Very colorful pie charts. A lot of competition. So you just spare me a few seconds to announce the winner. I think people are still voting. Has everyone finished voting? All done? Okay, now I'll start the announcement. The best table topic speaker, Toastmaster Sai Snehal Reddy. A very tough tie. And the best MTG role taker goes to our MC for the day, Toastmaster Lalana Murthy. Best TAPG role taker goes to our very own Grammarian, Toastmaster Kushal. The most awaited ones now. The best evaluator, Toastmaster Apoorva. The most awaited one now. Best speaker. Any guesses? Okay, not wasting anyone's time. Toastmaster Rahul Gandhi. A session full of learning, wherein we got the topic procrastination. We start the term with a topic which is very opposite to what we're supposed to do in our life. A lot of learnings, a great general evaluation, a very interesting table topic, and all the roles, the newcomers doing their roles very well. So I think this was a session where we learned a lot of things, and I hope our guests had a lot of learning, and we see them coming back as members very soon. So hereby I would request if all the members to please network downstairs, do not assemble over here, and we will be rising for the national anthem after I conclude the meeting number 1325.